Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Vanessa Alexander Marshall. Welcome. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome as well. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you're clicking the bell so when I am uploading on YouTube, you are notified. Doing another get ready with me today. I just a few minutes ago uploaded another video. I did another get ready with me. I will link that in the card somewhere today or somewhere in this video. That video will be linked. I have another bare face today. Today is a very special day. Today is my daughter's 19th birthday. Yes, you're so used to her sitting right next to me. She's not sitting next to me. She is in the back, still trying to get ready. We are going to church today. Then after church, we're going to pick up her birthday cake. And after her picking up her birthday cake, we're going to come home for just a little bit, rest up, and then we are headed to Top Golf for her birthday party. She wanted to go to Top Golf, so she got Top Golf. So it's us along with other family and friends, and we're going to have a good time on her 19th birthday. Yes, her 19th birthday. So we're going to talk about this 19th birthday and my labor in this get ready with me. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use some of my current favorites. I have a lot of favorites that I've featured on the channel before, so we're going to use some of my current favorite makeup that I have right here, and all of the makeup that I am wearing I am going to put in the bottom of the description box, including my hefty mirror I have with me with the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be wearing today, Miranda's favorite since it is her birthday, the Perception palette by Colourpop, the Shayla collab with Colourpop, her Perception palette. So I'm going to use the mirror on here to do all of the other makeup on my face. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Of course, I am going to prime my face, and I'm like my daughter, even though she's not up here at the moment, I'm dropping stuff. You know my daughter, she's very prone to dropping stuff here on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to get started. I'm also going to get one of my makeup wipes because I always clean my brushes, or, you know, try to wipe off some of the excess makeup as I go along. So I'm going to grab one of those. And I'm actually, if you think I'm talking a little fast, I'm running a little behind. So we're going to try and make this as fast as I could. I know my other video, if you've seen it yet, it's pretty long. I didn't mean for it to be that long, but hopefully we're going to kind of shorten this video as much as I could. So of course I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to prime with my go-to primer, my E.L.F. makeup primer. So I am going to prime my face with that. And this is my #1 favorite makeup primer. I love this primer. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face right fast. My phone is buzzing because I did wish her happy birthday on my Facebook page this morning, tagged her in it, and my phone has been buzzing ever since. My husband has left for work. Then when he gets off, he's actually going to change clothes at his job, and he is going to meet us at Top Golf. Top Golf, our party at Top Golf doesn't start till 4 o'clock, and yeah, I have reserved 2 golf stalls at Top Golf for her birthday, so we're gonna have a blast. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, plus wish her happy birthday, and she got some surprises coming that she don't know about, so she got some surprises. So as I'm doing my makeup rather, we're gonna talk about this girl and my doggone labor. That was today. I gave birth to this girl 19 years ago. I know I may not look my age. Thank you. I get that compliment all the time. And people are overly amazed by my age. I'm going to still go, yes, thank you very much. And look who's walking up the hall. I hear her feet. That is birthday girl. And she's late.
Hey!
Yes, hello, birthday girl. Your brother's outside.
Why is he outside?
You been up. He happy. So for foundation today, I am going to go with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is the color Shy. So I am going to put that on. And there's my son walking in from playing football.
Hey y'all, hey mom.
Hello. So yeah, we're gonna kind of make this fast. And she's right there knowing I'm gonna talk about my labor on YouTube. So I'm putting myself out there as well as herself. And she's laughing because every time I tell this story to this girl, yeah, it's pure comedy. And I'm using my Juno sponge. As you can see, I'm using my Juno sponge today. So yeah, my labor, and I talk about this, even I mentioned this week as I was helping her with her senior project. It's literally after her birthday today. We're going to be preparing for her graduation. So she is graduating high school in May. Yeah, so she has one more, after this month, she only has one more full month in high school, and that's it. She's done. She's done. So, yeah, this is March Madness, and my labor in March Madness has a lot in common with this girl. And she's coming back up here to brush her teeth because she wants to hear this story because apparently she may think she may want to make some corrections. Yeah, you know, she was in my belly giving me hell. So let me tell you the story. My labor with this girl actually started March 21st. And I still remember this like it was yesterday. I was home. By this time I was home. I had stopped working because I had gone into premature labor with her at 8 months. And I was still working. And actually I was working at the same state agency that I worked for right now. And I never really talk about my job here on YouTube. But yeah, I work for the state of Louisiana. And the agency I'm at right now, I was actually at this agency when I went into premature labor with her. And the doctor pretty much said I need to get off of my feet because my labor with my daughter was not... And I can't say my labor, I can say my pregnancy wasn't a very good, eventful pregnancy. And my husband at the time, who's now my ex-husband, he was working and he ended up working 2 jobs because I wasn't working. So to continue to the income, he would work during the day and a full-time job in the day and a full-time job at night while I was at home because the doctor needed me home. And then while I would be at home, I would have my now former best friend come to the house, take me out of the house so I can get out, but if I got out, the doctor would say if I would leave the house to let somebody know. So if my labor started while I was out, to contact someone and just get to the hospital. So that's what I did. But on March 21st, her actual due date was March 31st. So March 21st, it's a little after 5 o'clock. LSU was in March Madness at that time. I want to say Dale Brown was the head coach back then. I think either Dale or somebody else. I'm not sure. I think it was Dale Brown. Anyway, I had my drink out. I had everything set up. I was watching Golden Girls. And at the time Golden Girls would come on Lifetime. I'm going to conceal with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick. And this is in the shade Suede. I'm not using the actual concealer. Because for me, this matchstick for me works best with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So that's what I'm going to use today is the matchstick. So anyway, just as I was preparing, I remember sitting down on the side of the bed and started feeling some contractions. So I went, okay, this might be, and by this time, I thought this was Braxton Hicks because I had several Braxton Hicks contractions. It was like, no, it's just it's pre-labor. So if you've never had a baby, you'll get like all these pre-contractions before the real contractions start. And I kept getting a bunch of those. And my daughter, she was my firstborn. First time having a baby. Yeah, I ain't know. I ain't know. So I got those contractions. I got that contraction. Then it went away. So I went, oh, okay, so that's it with that. About 6-7 minutes later, I get another contraction. So I'm going, okay. So I timed that contraction. It goes away. Then it stayed away for a little while. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that must have been, you know, another one of those Braxton Hicks contractions. And that was it. Yeah, about 10 minutes later, here comes another contraction. By this time, I'm going, oh, Lord, what in the world am I actually starting to go into labor? So that contraction goes away. Another 7 minutes passes. Here comes another contraction. By this time, I'm going, oh, I know you not finna start these contractions and the LSU game is gonna be starting. I was like, oh my goodness. So by this time, I called my mom. I called my mom, told my mom, hey, my contractions, I'm having some contractions here and I've been timing them. And won't go away. So I'm still timing. I said, but they kind of, and I did tell her, I said, they kind of spread out, but they keep coming and going and coming and going. She said, okay, if they keep on, call me back. I said, okay. Well, that conversation lasted about 5 or 6 minutes. So my mom said, call her back. Yeah, the moment I hung up the phone, I don't even think I hung up the phone with my mother. 2 minutes. Phone rings.
That was fast.
Yeah, that was my mom calling back. Because here's what she had done. After I got off the phone with her, she told my dad that I was having some contractions. And my dad immediately went into panic mode and said, bring her ass here. I'm setting my face. I'm going to set my face with the Black Radiance True Complexion loose setting powder in the shade Banana. Here comes my son. He drops anything, falls anything, I'm going to kill him. And he's around. He's smelling like dear old dad here. Okay. So my mom calls me back 2 minutes later. I'm on my way to come pick you up. My exact words, pardon my French, was shit. Look, my daughter's standing right there. So now she's sitting in her brother's seat. So, yeah, I was not happy. But, okay. Okay. So, my mom made a V-line. And luckily, at the time, where we stayed from my mom and my dad, it was like 5 minutes. We didn't stay very long. So, she must have really put the pedal to the metal in the car. She got to my apartment in like 2 minutes. Like literally everything happened in like 2 minutes.
She must have been driving 75 miles per hour.
She was doing some type of speeding in a 35 mile an hour speed zone because it was 35 miles an hour. So she sped to my house. I had gotten some of my stuff. She says, you have your husband's work number? I said, I have it right here. So she said, we're going to call him when we get to the house. I said, okay. By the time I had gotten into the car with my mom, here comes another contraction. So I said, hold on. She said, you have another contraction? I said, yeah. So, mind you, this is March 24th. No, this is March 21st. Her birthday is March 24th. We get to the house.
Happy birthday.
We get to the house. We get to my parents' house. And yeah, I walk in the house. I have another contraction. As I'm walking in the house, I have another contraction.
What is a contraction?
It's labor contractions because your sister's trying to get here. Not unlike you, who was just sitting. You're a whole nother. He's a whole other.
I was just chilling in the dark.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go there right now. Today's your sister's birthday. Okay. So anyway, I can't get in the house. I'm having another contraction. And we are walking down up the hall to the spare bedroom, which was my old bedroom. We're walking into there. My dad is in the TV room with a cigarette. He can't speak. because I'm walking in the house in labor. And I'm finna sweep this off. I have to sweep this banana powder off. One of y'all want to go ahead and start my car? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and start my car. So, yeah, my dad did not like to see me in pain. I was in pain, having a contraction, and at the same time, I'm going, the LSU game starts, and I got to watch this LSU game on this little bitty TV back in this room. That's all I was worried about was LSU game, and oh my goodness, I wanted to watch the LSU game. So by the time...
That's where I want to go when I'm in college.
Yeah, you said that you want to go to LSU. So anyway, as my mom turns the TV on. The game hadn't started yet, and I'm laying in the bed. I have yet another contraction, and this time my mom feels my contraction. I'm about to put on the Fenty Beauty loose setting powder. This is in the shade Nutmeg. I'm about to put that on. Now I always do that. Put that on top of the banana powder just to get some of the cast off of my face. And it is very, yeah, it gets all over the place if you have not tried the setting powder. And you only need a little. So, anyway, I get in the room. My mom calls my husband, tells him that my labor had started and they have got me. I'm at their house. He says, okay, let me know. So he tells his boss that, hey, my wife's labor has started. She's at her parents' house. You know, so may have to leave, not sure. Well, what ended up happening was a lot of my labor pains did subside. They did subside. So it was nothing else. So I went ahead, when my husband got off work, he came and got me from my parents' house. But by this time, what he would do is now, since the labor has kind of started.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. When the labor kind of started, my mom was like, bring her back over here and we'll watch her in case her labor continues. Well, what ended up happening was overnight, I started having some more contractions. And I was still contracting, and then it was still the same. They were still like sparse. They weren't like every 2 or 3 minutes. They were still little, like between every 7 to 10 minutes I would have a contraction. And then I would get up. And a couple of times my husband would get up with me. And I'm saying husband, it was my husband at the time. He's now my ex-husband. It's Miranda's dad. And he would get up with me a couple of times. And be like, are you okay? No, I don't know what she's trying to do here. I'm getting ready to, what am I getting ready to do? Contour and bronze and highlight. So I'm going to use my black Radiance True Complexion contour palette. I am actually going to use all three. So I am going to start with contour. I'm actually going to clean this brush off. So yeah, I was contracting through the night, and then they would subside. Then in the morning, he would drop me off at my parents' house, and by this time I didn't have any contractions. I was doing pretty good, so I thought. So now we're in March 22nd. So I thought. Then some of it would come back again. Some of the contractions would come back again, and again they would be like every 7 to 10 minutes, and it would go on and off like that. So now I'm going into day 2 of labor, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, here's some more contractions. So that's what happened. By this time, my best friend was contacted, and she would come by the house. And again, she would see me in labor. And what my mom would have me do is walk up the sidewalk, go back down the sidewalk. on YouTube, and again, she's over here, and once again, comedy. She plays a video on, where are you? Instagram, on YouTube. Yeah.
I
See?
tried to take it off.
Yeah.
It didn't come off quick enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell.
My bad.
All right, so contouring. Yeah, now I got that contour pretty good. Yeah, got that pretty good. Now I'm gonna go back and bronze. And still using the Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette. And bronzing. So anyway, they would subside. You know, it was doing the same thing. You know, by this time, you know, my husband would come pick me up. And we would go home. But for some reason, this night was different because, I don't know, something was up. And definitely was up with the baby. So this big baby that's sitting in my face right now. So again, I was up a little bit more this time. And it actually started after my routine, going to the bathroom at 1:30 in the morning. And I don't know, things just started to go downhill kind of fast. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what this is. So March 23rd comes along, back at my parents' house. By this time, my labor had started getting bad. Like, OMG, what is this? I'm about to put blush. So for blush, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Blush. My labor started getting bad. And by this time, they were like every 5 to 6 minutes apart. And I was at the point of, OMG, what in the world? Lord, what? Oh, it was so bad. My mom, I need you to walk up the sidewalk. I need you to go around the Mabel, go up here, then come back down. I need you to walk back down. And basically now I understand what my mother was doing was she was having me do a lot of walking to walk this little girl down. Walk my labor down. That's what she was doing. And man, that walk, and I mean, I'm walking and I have a contraction every 5 to 6 minutes. And I mean, it was clockwork contractions. Every 5 to 6 minutes, I was having a contraction. I mean, I was walking up and down the hallway. I was walking in the back patio. I was walking up and down in the front. I mean, my mom had me walking all over the place. I'm at the point of tears at this moment with my labor. My labor was starting to get like, help me, Jesus. That evening, mind you, this is the middle of March Madness. Unfortunately, LSU had lost in the first round, so okay. But I'm still watching March Madness, okay, or attempting to watch March Madness. I'm getting ready to highlight with the highlighter in the contour palette from Black Radiance. So, my mom decides, let me check you. So, as she checks me, she says, don't move and don't panic. Why are you going to tell me don't move and don't panic? She grabs the phone, calls my husband from his job. She says, I need you to come here right now and take your wife to the hospital. She's bleeding. Now, I see why my mother said, don't panic. And what it was, I now realize now, I was losing my mucus plug. And what that means is, for those of you that have never had a baby, when I started bleeding, I was losing my mucus plug. What that means is after you lose your mucus plug, your water is getting ready to break. Like literally, baby's coming. Baby is now coming. My husband rushes to the house. He gets there again, 2-3 minutes. He gets there. I'm now going to start with my eyeshadow. So I am using her girl.
Colourpop.
Yep. It's the Shayla collection. We're going to use her Perception palette. I am going to start with the color Revenge. The shade Revenge right here in the corner. So I'm going to start with that. So yeah, he gets there. We go to the hospital, and they check me. I'm 3 centimeters dilated. They say, "Oh yeah, she's in full blown labor. She's in labor." So they keep me for a while, but this little girl doesn't go past 3 centimeters. In order for the hospital to keep me, I have to be at 4. I stayed at 3 centimeters for 3 hours, and they sent me home. I was mad. Did y'all hear me? I was mad. I am in full-blown labor. Do you know what? But they're more concerned with not only that, but you know if you're having a boy or girl. I said, well, I'm having a girl. They want to double check to make sure. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a girl. I got even madder. Then they go, well, we're going to give you this shot to make you comfortable with your labor. I cussed them out. I cussed them out. I cussed them out. I cussed them out. My husband goes, why are you cussing these people out? Because I'm in full-blown labor. They know I'm in full-blown labor, but they give me this damn shot that ain't gonna do shit. I mean, I was just, y'all, I was just going ham on these people at the hospital. I was going ham. Y'all, I was ham. I was going ham. I was going so ham. Y'all just don't understand. Well, the shot apparently worked, because the last thing I remember was my husband pulled up at the gas station. He got gas, and then he started driving, and that's the last thing I remember. The shot knocked me out. I found out later he had brought me back to my parents' house. He called my parents, let them know. Apparently, he had called my parents, let them know that they didn't keep me, but I was in full-blown labor, but he still had to go to work the next day. So my parents had agreed, no, you go home, bring her here, and you go back home and get you some sleep. And if anything happens, we'll call you. And it was actually my husband and my dad who got me in the house. And I don't remember that. And that's when he was like, you were dead weight. I'm like, I don't remember. I do not remember. Okay. I am going to put a shimmer shade on my lid, and the shimmer shade I'm going to go with today is Strut and Slay. So I'm going to go with that shade today on my lid, Strut and Slay. So I'm home. I'm back at the house. I don't remember nothing. When I wake up, it is March 24th, which is what today is, March 24th.
Happy birthday.
March 24th. I wake up, I see ceiling. I didn't know where I was. I looked down at my stomach and realized I was still pregnant. And I went, what is going on here? Then I remembered I did have a doctor's appointment. So I got dressed, got up, my mom checked me. The moment my feet hit the floor, there was my labor. It come back, and it had come back with a vengeance. But I still had to go to this doctor's appointment. So my husband had taken off early from work, picked me up, and took me to my doctor's appointment. Well, I had gone to the doctor's appointment. I don't know what was going on. They were running behind. I don't know. But by this time, I'm sitting in the doctor's office. My contractions are literally every 2 to 3 minutes. I am at this point laying on my husband. I am like in massive pain. And I keep telling him, I can't do this. I can't do this. I am in so much pain. I had started getting on his everlasting nerve. By this time, my best friend had showed up. And when they finally called my name in the back, my best friend went back there with me. He stayed out in front. Yeah, it could be part of the reason why we're divorced today. Anyway, I'm going to put mascara on. My mascara is going to be from Radiance, my Lash Lengthening mascara. So I'm about to put that on. Okay, we're about to get out of here. I have to leave because I need me some coffee. So I get back there in that back, and they're getting ready to call me again to get an ultrasound done. I don't know what this little girl was doing in my belly. or in my uterus. But I got this massive contraction. I went to the ground. It took my best friend and 2 nurses. They had to grab me. And I was crying. I said, the nurse said, how long have you been in labor? And I said, y'all sent me home last night. I was at 3 centimeters. I am in full-blown labor. The nurses said, oh my God. And they sent you home. I said, because I'm not 4 centimeters. The other nurse got mad and said, they should have kept you anyway. We're finna go grab the doctor. The doctor comes running into the room. By this time, they had to grab my husband, take him in the back, and to tell him, Venetia went down. She went down. The doctor checked me. And I told the doctor what happened. My husband told the doctor what happened. We're all there. And the doctor said, okay, I'm going to check you now. Let's see what's going on. She said, yeah, I just pulled up. She said, but before she got there, she had pulled up and saw that I was just discharged like the night before because I was staying at 3. She says, darling. She had this really strong English accent. She was not from the United States. She's from Great Britain. Darling, yeah, I'm going to admit you to the hospital, darling. You're a very good 4 centimeters dilated. I said, thank God. After I said, thank God, bam, another contraction hit. And I said, oh, by this time I let out this barreling yell. I just barreled because after I said, thank God, another contraction. So my best friend went to pick up my mom. Went to my mom's house, picked her up from the hospital. But before that, my husband had called my mom and told her they are admitting her to the hospital. She's 4 centimeters dilated. And you can hear my mom on the other side of the phone say, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. And he said, don't worry, you know, Bianca's on her way to come get you. So my best friend went to go get her. My husband took me to the hospital. I kid you not, guys. I went from 4 to 6 centimeters in an hour. This little girl was coming. Then there was another girl. She was in labor. My husband decides he wants to be a news reporter. I'm going to put on my new lipstick shade from my collection, V.A.M Cosmetics. This is the shade Dark Chocolate, so I'm going to go with that shade today. I'll put that on. So he goes to be a news reporter. I said, if you don't get your ass back over here. The girl was under the bed because they couldn't get to her epidural in time, so she ended up having her baby natural, and she had the whole labor ward lit up. Okay. Whole thing. My mom finally comes back there. Contractions are every 2 minutes, and every time I'm trying to talk, this contraction hits so bad. Oh, I'm like, she was like, oh, you've been going through it this long, and at this time I'm ready to tell my mother, shut up. Shut up. This is my body. Understand you had me. It's my turn. Shut up. So my mom says, I'm going home. You let me know whenever she have this baby. You going home? Wait, what? No, it's you and your husband. And my husband goes, oh, okay, I'm going to let you know. Yeah, my mom was tired. That's all it was. My mom was just tired. My mom was tired. So everybody in the family was literally pins and needles. I'm going on top of my lipstick shade with a clear gloss. And the clear gloss I'm using is from Wet n Wild. So, go on. I go from 4 to 6, and then I go from 6 to 7 centimeters, and then she stays stuck again at 7 centimeters. So my labor was not going anywhere. She was staying stuck at 7 centimeters. I was almost at the home stretch. So they give me Pitocin. Yeah. That Pitocin woke her little butt up. Because I remember by this time I'd had my epidural, but you can still start feeling things even though you have an epidural. And I remember I said, why am I feeling all this pressure down here? I have a lot of pressure. I said, can you go get the nurse? 'Cause something's not right. He went and go get the nurse. She said, oh, let me go check you. She goes, okay, ma'am, when I count to 3, I need you to push. Me and my delusional self, stupid delusional self, goes, why? Yeah, no, I asked why. My husband goes, I know you did not just ask why you need to push. She said your baby is sitting right here. I was at 10 centimeters. That's why I was feeling pressure. Oh, that's why my daughter gets that. Oh, that's where she gets it from me. After I pushed, she said, okay, I need you to stop. By this time, the doctor had rushed in. The nurses that came in, they told my husband, okay, we need you to put these scrubs on. We need you to put this on your feet. They're literally willing me, the nurses on the bed, willing me to labor and delivery because she's coming. My husband goes, wait for me. He's got 1 foot up in the stirrups trying to get to the labor and delivery. Finally get there. They open me up. Didn't have time to put me in the stirrups or anything. Literally, they're rushing because by the time they stretch me open, she's sitting right there. Literally, she's crowning. My daughter's sitting right there. They said, okay, we need you to push. I push. They said, okay. Can you close that? No. Comedy. I push again. By this time, yes, she's coming out. You know, you have an epidural, and I don't feel pain, but you can feel the pressure, and I can feel the pressure of her coming out of me. They said, I need you to give 1 more push. We need you to give you need to give another push. I push a 3rd time, she's out. She's crying, she's bellowing, whole 9 yards. My baby girl is born. On this day, March 24th, 2000. And here she is today, my sidekick on YouTube. So, today is now her 19th birthday. Yeah.
You know my grandma said I was old? She said my age catching up with me.
Nothing much of grandma. So that's it. So we're done. We're getting ready to get out of here, go to church, head out. She's got to work church. Put that down. Okay. So that's it. Today's her birthday. Now you know how my labor started and it ended. And now 19 years later,
boom.
Here she is. So with that being said, this is Vanessa Alexander Marshall.
I'm Miranda Turner.
The birthday girl.
Yes.
You have a great day. Take care.
Bye.
Look at this girl. Her birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
It's time to go.
Yes, it's time to go.
We're late.
Yes, we are. Bye.
Bye.